President Henrich and honored guests, the 2019 commencement of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences is now formed. Please be seated. Esteemed members of the platform party, faculty, graduates, and their friends and family, good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 commencement of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences at UT Health San Antonio. That's a first. I love your enthusiasm. What a wonderful weekend this is for our campus. Starting today and throughout the rest of this weekend, all 5 of our schools will be graduating some 700 dentists, nurses, physicians, specialized health professionals, and today, scientists. While all of these talented graduates from all of these schools should be commended for their success, I wanted to point out something quite unique about the educational process of the graduate students who will be receiving their degrees here today. While our graduates certainly take their share of courses and exams, their real training occurs in the laboratory where they each undergo their own unique journey. And there is no map for this journey. There's no script to follow. There's no instruction manual of which particular experiments to perform or how to interpret the exciting, novel data that they have acquired. It's been the student pushing forward day after day, chasing down some fascinating scientific question, trying to understand, for example, the intricacies of how a particular single protein molecule folds, so we can eventually understand how that protein molecule sometimes misfolds, leading to Alzheimer's disease or cystic fibrosis. Or trying to understand the subcellular molecular interactions important for the function of a cell, so we can ultimately understand how those interactions can go wrong, cells can multiply out of control, leading to cancer. Or trying to understand how cells in the brain move specific ions across the membrane, thereby using electricity to communicate with each other. So we can also understand what happens when that electricity gets out of control, leading to seizures and epilepsy. Yes, each of our graduates followed their own unique pathway, no two alike. And by walking across this stage here today, know that they have each made significant and novel contributions to the continuum of knowledge that now links them to scientists that span all of time. That's pretty remarkable. And students, by the path you have chosen, you will be students, actually scholars for the rest of your careers. And one day, not too far down the road, some of you will likely be faculty members sitting in an audience like this today, getting ready to hood your own student as they receive their diploma. So I wanted to say, graduates, how proud we are for what you've accomplished while you have been here with us, and we look forward to learning of the many great discoveries and contributions that you will make down the road. And I especially want to thank the faculty members that have played such a crucial role in helping those students navigate their journey through graduate school. Faculty, they have come as your students, but they're now leaving as your colleagues. Please allow me to introduce the esteemed members of our platform party, and I would ask each member to briefly stand when their name is called, and I would kindly ask the audience to hold their applause until the end. Dr. Nikkei Blake, Grand Marshal and Senior Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs, Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. No cupcakes now at the reception. Dr. William Henrich, President, UT Health San Antonio. Dr. Kenneth Hargraves, Professor and Chair of Endodontics, School of Dentistry, and today's commencement speaker. Dr. Tim Robbie, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Robert Romas, Dean, School of Medicine. Dr. Peter Loomer, Dean, School of Dentistry. Dr. Jacqueline Mock, Vice President for Academic, Faculty, and Student Affairs, UT Health San Antonio. Dr. Sarah Gill, Associate Dean of Graduate Programs, School of Nursing. Dr. Adrian Segura, Associate Dean for Academic, Faculty, and Student Affairs, School of Dentistry. Dr. Jose Cavazos, Assistant Dean and Director of the MD-PhD program. Dr. Christopher Fry, Professor and Division Head of Pharmacotherapy and representing the College of Pharmacy, UT Austin. It is now my honor to call the President of UT Health San Antonio to the podium, Dr. William Henrich.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to these wonderful graduates. Congratulations to the families of them, to their friends, supporters. Thank you, faculty, for your careful mentoring of these students and helping them reach this important milestone. As Dean Weiss said, the relationship that these students have with their mentors is a special one and has led to this important day, which we celebrate for each of you. This relationship is a close one, a bit unusual because it's different than a curricular relationship. It's one that the roadmap is determined by a collaborative sense of contribution, and we take it as a particular point of pride that these students have reached this milestone, and I know our faculty does as well, so congratulations to everyone. And while we take pride in the scientific accomplishment of each graduate, we take personal pride in the growth that you've undertaken in these years that you've been here, in the time that you've been in this particular course of study. You're now ready to undertake jobs in industry, to, as Dean Weiss said, assume positions as scientists in research-intensive institutions like this one, and already many of you have procured positions like that. So many other paths open to you, and we're excited to see those possibilities. Maybe the thing that doesn't get emphasized in ceremonies like this enough is that there is, in the work of being a scientist, in the work of being a faculty member or being in the administration, there's a day-to-day component, a part of it that is every day, all the time, sort of a blocking and tackling of the daily tasks. And it's easy to get tired, to get jaded, to become, no matter how exciting the question that's being undertaken, somewhat cynical. And if that happens, you can miss the point of what you're doing it for. You can miss the whole point of why you're there. You can fail to see what's further up the road if you get too bogged down in the day. Today is a good example. There's lots of administrative lifting that goes on in an institution as complex as this one. But today is one of the brightest days on the calendar for us. We weren't chartered as a research institution. We were chartered as a school, and we were obligated, therefore, to, at some point, graduate students who were in receipt of an education of the first class. So today would be a day that we could overlook if we didn't pause and dress up in these robes and celebrate what this means. And the same is true in your work. A Nobel laureate named Peter Agre is a person who kept his enthusiasm alive, and his graduate students kept bringing him a blot that showed this fuzzy shadow that he couldn't figure out. And everybody said it was an artifact, but he had the students purify the artifact, and it turns out that when he injected it into frog's eggs, the eggs swelled up and popped, and he discovered the aquaporins that had been a mystery for decades of research. Can you imagine standing there and injecting those frog's eggs with that and watching them pop and say, book the flight to Stockholm. You've got to have curiosity that drives through the day-to-day, that never fatigues. And I hope and pray for each of you that you find that in the work that you undertake next. Because if you do, you'll have many people who will follow you, who will emulate your behavior. And it certainly leads to a very happy and professionally fulfilling life. So congratulations to each of you. It's hard for me to convey to you how proud we are of you, how proud we are of the faculty who've led us to this point, how respectful and proud we are of the administration that has enabled all this to happen. It's a complex process that gets us to this point, but it is a day of unparalleled celebration. So congratulations to you on behalf of everyone in our entire organization, everybody who works at this place in any capacity. Please accept our sincere congratulations and our best wishes for continued success. God bless each of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Henrich. We are so lucky today to have as our 2019 commencement speaker, Dr. Kenneth Hargraves. Dr. Hargraves is an internationally recognized scientist who studies and has made landmark discoveries in the molecular mechanisms of pain and inflammation. He earned his undergraduate degree from the University of California at Davis, his dental degree from Georgetown, and his PhD at Uniformed Services University of the Health Sciences in Bethesda. He moved to San Antonio in 97, and he's currently professor and chair in the Department of Endodontics at our School of Dentistry. I know people often say there are too many recognitions and awards to name, but this time I really mean it. There are way too many. He is arguably one of our most decorated and acclaimed researchers with a long list of major research funding, and he's published over 190 scientific papers. He is what we call a triple threat, and that he is a stellar scientist, clinician, and educator. Actually, a quadruple threat, because he's also a visionary leader. And if all that were not enough, he runs marathons. Again, plenty more I could say, but I need to save time for him. Dr. Hargraves.
I may run them, but it's pretty slow. So welcome. What a special day for all of us. This is such an incredible day of celebration. My year was 1986, and I was sitting in your places, only at the Kennedy Center on the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. For my graduation, President Ronald Reagan was the commencement speaker, and there were metal detectors at all the doors around the auditorium. As we'd say in pharmacology, your current speaker is several orders of magnitude shifted to the right in potency for today. But similar to my own training at USU, there's something very special about training in an academic health center like our UT Health San Antonio. Our research cuts across the entire spectrum of clinical and translational research, ranging from epigenetic regulation of tumor genesis to clinical research now discovering 5 new genes that are linked to Alzheimer's, to training first responders on the use of Narcan nasal sprays to save lives in an overdose epidemic. Only an academic health center has the sheer breadth and depth of expertise to cover the entire spectrum of T1 to T4 clinical translational research. You've been trained here where we simply do not have a motto of making lives better. Instead, you've been trained to make a real and impactful difference in the lives of our neighbors and those around the world. For those of you here today who are non-scientists, you probably need to know that science is driven not by knowledge, but by a combination of curiosity and ignorance. Stuart Firestein is a noted neuroscientist who's chair of biology at Columbia University and author of the book entitled Ignorance, How It Drives Science. Dr. Firestein writes, and I quote, "When I sit down with colleagues over beer at a meeting, we don't go over the facts. We don't talk about what's known. We talk about what we'd like to figure out, about what needs to be done. This contradiction between how science is actually pursued versus how it's perceived, grew into a course devoted to and entitled Ignorance, a science course. At the heart of the course are sessions, I hate to call them classes, in which a guest scientist talks to a group of students for a couple of hours about what he or she doesn't know. They come and tell us what they'd like to know, what they think is critical to know, how they might get there, what will happen if they do find out this or that thing, what might happen if they don't, about what could be known, what might be impossible to know, what they didn't know for the last 10 or 20 years and know now, what they want to know and still don't. In sum, they talk about the current state of their ignorance. Now, recruiting fellow scientists with this is always a little tricky. As Dr. Firestein writes, he says, when he makes a call and says, "Hello, Albert, I'm running a course on ignorance, and I think you would be perfect." But in fact, as he says, almost every scientist realizes immediately that they would actually be the best choice. And the reason is that it turns out to be a surprising adventure here, and the faculty includes astronomers, chemists, ecologists, ethologists, geneticists, and the like. The guiding principle behind this course is simply not to talk about the big questions. How did the universe begin? What is consciousness? And so forth. Those are the things of popular TV shows like Discovery or Nature. Instead, what this focuses on is real science, not the day-to-day nitty-gritty stuff at the office and bench. Rather, this course aims to be a series of case studies of ignorance, the ignorance that drives science, end quote. For those of you who are in the room who are basic scientists, you're the foundation. Your work unlocks the mysteries of biology, therapeutics, and disease. Your research will lead insight into mechanisms that can be leveraged to create new drugs, new therapeutic tests, and new insights into disease prognosis and diagnosis. But like all science, it starts with an appreciation of what we don't know. That mixture of curiosity and ignorance is a potent brew. For those of you in the audience who are clinicians or clinician scientists, you're the bridge. A good friend of mine, Chuck Milam, who at the time was chair of our Department of Oral Maxillofacial Surgery here at UT Health, used to argue that clinician scientists are the critical link that bridges between full-time clinicians and basic scientists. Now, clinicians are on the front line, and every day they face patients where we don't have the needed knowledge or treatments or tests to adequately restore their health. Identification of that piece of ignorance represents a key insight that can direct basic scientists to focus on specific research questions. In other words, the unique role of clinician scientists is that they can identify problems in the clinic that basic scientists may never recognize as critical gaps in knowledge. By acting as that bridge, clinician scientists help to focus research efforts on critical questions for advancing health care. This is part of the secret sauce of UT Health San Antonio. For those of you in the audience who are family and friends, you're the rock. Your support and love allowed these gifted students to develop lifelong skills that will transform patient care. It'll also provide these graduates the opportunity to grow and sustain their own families. For the future, graduates, that your lives have forever been transformed. You're entering your professional careers with the knowledge, skills, and values to become leaders in developing new knowledge and in developing state-of-the-art care to our patients. You will transform our university's vision into the future's reality. It's up to you to go out and make lives better. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hargraves. As you can see in your written programs, and we'll also see shortly when we get started with the awarding of the diplomas, the grad school is comprised of many different graduate programs, 18 of them at last count. This makes the process of identifying a student speaker for commencement a challenging one. Not all the students that enter together, even within a program, necessarily graduate at the same time, so we can't identify a valedictorian or a class president. What we do know is we want an exemplary student who serves as an inspiration and role model for all of our graduates. While many were considered from a deep bench in our graduating class, one individual rose to the top this year, Ms. Lauren Cornell, a graduate of our Translational Sciences PhD program. Although the typical PhD student is becoming harder and harder to define, I would still say her path to here today has been an especially unique one. Just some highlights of her journey so far. She spent a year at the University of Oxford studying human evolution, and in 2015, she co-founded and is currently the CEO of the company Novothelium. But what really distinguishes Lauren is an insanely long list of activities that have greatly benefited our San Antonio community and beyond. Much, although not all, of these endeavors has been as an advocate for women in science. A couple other things I just have to mention. She rang the opening bell at NASDAQ, received a letter of recognition from our U.S. Congressman Joaquin Castro, and one more. She was the 2014 Waco Rock Rodeo Female Climbing Champion in the Advanced Division. How about that? It is my pleasure to invite Lauren Cornell, very soon to be Dr. Cornell, to say a few words on behalf of the graduating students.
Hello, everyone. I am deeply honored to carry on the tradition of representing the student body at graduation, and I would like to thank those that have spoken before me and paved the way for this momentous opportunity. Everyone in this room is different. They have walked different paths, faced different challenges, and experienced different perspectives on life. There is so much beauty in what makes us different, because it is in these details that we find what makes us truly special and unique. While everyone here today has walked their own story, I'd like to focus on something that we all have in common: the quality of perseverance. There was a moment, most likely years ago, when you got up one day and made the decision to get that degree, to further your education and to make a new life for yourself. Regardless of everything that was going on in your world, you went forward with that dream. Now, for those of you in the audience who may not have attended graduate school, believe it or not, it is not always as glamorous as the university photos may lead you to believe. Please don't take away my diploma. There are a lot of struggles that come with pushing yourself and your boundaries, and those struggles are not always pleasant, but they are worth it. Each day, you made the decision to go to class, to push yourself, to keep fighting for that degree. Despite whatever challenges you were facing in your outside life, you called upon that perseverance, that fire within yourself, and you conquered everything that was thrown at you to be here today. Now, if you're anything like me, today holds a lot of emotions for you. Excitement about all the possibilities of how your future will pan out now that you're armed with your degree. Relief about finishing such a huge goal in your life and drastically reducing your homework load. And maybe a little bit of fear. As is normal with the completion of a major goal in life, you may be asking yourself, what now? What is next for me? And I am sure everyone from the Health Science Center to your dog is asking you the same question. While I certainly can't tell you what your specific job title will be 10 days or even 10 years from now, I can definitely say that you will make a difference in whatever facet of employment or life you find yourself, whether it be joining an existing organization or forging your own path in entrepreneurship, medicine, or research. It is important that you know and believe that you are capable of anything you set your mind to. I say this to you not as a stockpile inspirational quote, but with a depth of sincerity and belief in you as individuals. I have had the great fortune of being told no many times in my life, of being told that my aspirations were too much or too scattered or too unconventional, that who I wanted to become in my career and as a person was not realistic and would likely never happen. I did not used to see this as a gift, but over the years of fighting and believing in myself, I came to realize that what may be impossible for others to see in themselves is not necessarily impossible for you to rise to within yourself. So when I say you are capable of doing anything you desire to achieve, please know in your core that it is true. So many of us face adversity on the path for who we want to become. And I am here to tell you today that whatever you want to accomplish with your life, if you have the will in you to persevere and to believe in yourself, you will complete that dream. In closing, if I may humbly ask to leave you with a request as you disperse into the world, it would be to reach down and bring someone with you as you rise through your career. The impact of a good teacher and mentor is immeasurable. Make it easier for those who come after us by being a mentor to the next generation. Be the person who says yes to that student in a sea of no. And in this way, you will truly leave a legacy. I am so thrilled to be a part of such an amazing graduating class, and I cannot wait to see where all of your dreams will take you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. That was great. I will now call Dr. Tim Robbie, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs in the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, to the podium to present the candidates for their degree conferrals by President Henrich.
Good afternoon. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce the Graduate School of Biomedical Science candidates for the Master of Science degree, the Doctor of Medical Physics degree, the Doctor of Pharmacy degree, and the Doctor of Philosophy degree. The Doctor of Pharmacy degree is a jointly sponsored program between the Health Science Center and the University of Texas at Austin. Will all the candidates from all of the programs please stand for President Henrich, who will bestow your respective degrees.
Are you ready? By the authority vested by the State of Texas and the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System and delegated by them to me, I hereby confer upon each of you your respective designated degree and all the rights, honors, and obligations pertaining to that degree. And I am pleased to offer my and our sincere congratulations. Congratulations to each of you.
Congratulations, you may be seated.
At this time, Dr. Nikkei Blake, Senior Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Affairs in the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, will step forward to announce the presentation of diplomas.
On behalf of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, I am proud to present the graduates for the Masters of Science degree. When your name is called, please come forward to be hooded and receive the diploma. The supervising professor will also come forward to bestow the hood. Then you will return to your seat. Aaron Jeffrey Aguirre. Supervising Professor, Dr. Young Yi Chun, Dental Science Program. Kyle Patrick Trabeau. Supervising Professor, Dr. Young-Hee Chun, Dental Science Program. Hala Abdullah Al-Salman, Supervising Professor, Dr. Peter Gakuga, Dental Science Program. Catalina Zambrano Martinez, Supervising Professor, Dr. Peter Gakuga, Dental Science Program. Hema de la Paz Barrera, Supervising Professor, Dr. Shadang Li, Immunology and Infection Program. Tanya Sainz Buentello, Supervising Professor, Ms. Melanie Taverna, Dental Hygiene Program. Radhika Singh, Supervising Professor, Dr. Melanie Taverna, Dental Hygiene Program. Look at that. Christine Michelle Clow, Supervising Professor, Ms. Carol Nguyen, Dental Hygiene Program. Mina Darahi Awazi, Supervising Professor, Dr. Jean Bupasa, hooded by Dr. Nikkei Blake, Biomedical Engineering Program. Candice Marie Devora, Supervising Professors Dr. Rika Carr and Omid Rahimi, Cell Systems and Anatomy Program. Maria Ann Djokovic, Supervising Professor Dr. Peter Dubay, hooded by Dr. Keith Krolik, Immunology and Infection Program. Melissa Rodriguez Nunez, Supervising Professor, Dr. Eveline Bannock, hooded by Dr. Keith Krolik, Immunology and Infection Program. Meelin Dong, Supervising Professor, Dr. Brian Mealy, Dental Science Program. Veronica Jean Chun Wei-Lei, Supervising Professor, Dr. Brian Mealy, Dental Science Program. Alarie Lamar Elizondo, Supervising Professor, Dr. David Kadosh, Immunology and Infection Program. Kathleen Maylee Hester, Supervising Professor, Dr. Haley Nation, Cell Systems and Anatomy Program. Joshua Caleb Katz, Supervising Professor, Dr. Rujita Katkar, hooded by Dr. Thomas Deal, Dental Science Program. Arizu Shakbazi Mohastam, Supervising Professor, Dr. Thomas Deal, Dental Science Program. Debbie Rachel Lee, Supervising Professor, Dr. Cara Gonzalez, Dental Science Program. Mandy Marie Miller, Supervising Professor, Dr. Cara Gonzalez, Dental Science Program. Sin Yong Lee, Supervising Professor, Dr. Stephen Harris, Dental Science Program. Stephanie Lizaraga, Supervising Professor, Dr. Ann Griffith, Immunology and Infection Program. Martin Sandoval, Supervising Professor, Dr. Ann Griffith, Immunology and Infection Program. Victoria Marie Lozano, Supervising Professor Dr. Brian Weeks, Immunology and Infection Program. Macy Nicole Matia, Supervising Professor Dr. Ramaswamy Sharma, Cell Systems and Anatomy Program. Jordan Alexis Tanner, Supervising Professor Dr. Ramaswamy Sharma, Cell Systems and Anatomy Program. Gracia Morales, Supervising Professor Dr. Paulo Casali, hooded by Dr. Michael Burton, Immunology and Infection Program. Vanessa Rosalva Ortega, Supervising Professor Dr. Elizabeth Ledbetter, Immunology and Infection Program. Ileana Jacqueline Pedraza, Supervising Professor Dr. Thiramulai Kanan, Immunology and Infection Program. Jeffrey Carl Penner, Supervising Professor Dr. David Diaz, Dental Science Program. Jessica Helene Satisarat, Supervising Professor Dr. Kumin Huang, Dental Science Program. Andrea Denise Shields, Supervising Professor Dr. Patrick Ramsey, Clinical Investigation and Translational Science Program. Thirteen other Master of Science graduates are being conferred the degree in absentia. These graduates have completed all academic requirements, but were unable to join us today. On behalf of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, I am proud to present the graduates for the Doctorate in Medical Physics degree. Nestor Rodrigo Astorga, Supervising Professor Dr. Carl Rasmussen, Reynold Bruno George, Supervising Professor, Dr. Carl Rasmussen. The Doctor of Pharmacy, or PharmD program, is administered jointly by the University of Texas at Austin College of Pharmacy and the University of Texas Health Science Center here in San Antonio. Over the past 45 years, this program has served as an excellent model of cooperation and collaboration between our two great institutions. On behalf of the faculty of the University of Texas Austin College of Pharmacy and the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, Dr. Christopher Fry will hood the graduates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. I am proud to present the graduates of the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. When your name is called, please come forward to be hooded and receive the diploma. Then you will return to your seats. Karen Aima. Melissa Brambalo. Hannah Bustillos. Christian Carlson. Simone Donnelly. Victor Encarnacion. Brian Frescas. Daryl Gaspar. Celeste Green. Lindsay Groff. Kelsey Lair. Elijah Martin. Sherry Matthew. Daniel Aaron Naranjo. Judith Munoz Rendon. Andrew Rubio. Tiffany Wu. Nineteen other PharmD graduates are being conferred the degree in absentia. These graduates have completed the requirements, but were unable to join us today. On behalf of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, I am proud to present to you and to their colleagues the graduates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. When your name is called, please come forward to be hooded and receive the diploma. The supervising professor will also please come forward to bestow the hood. Then you will return to your seat. Obada Osta. Supervising professor, Dr. Annabelle Diogenes, Translational Science Program. Tara Nicole Baron, Supervising Professor, Dr. Junhee Kim, Integrated Biomedical Sciences Program. Amy Brito Delgado, Supervising Professor, Dr. Carl Rasmussen, Radiological Sciences Program. Christopher Nicholas Cabit. Supervising professors, Dr. Nikos Papanikolaou and Sotirios Stathakis. Hooded by Dr. Carl Rasmussen, Radiological Sciences Program. Catherine Jane Cheng. Supervising professors, Doctors James Nelson and Jonathan Gelfand, Cellular and Structural Biology Program. Lauren Ellsworth Cornell. Supervising professor, Dr. Randolph Glickman, Translational Science Program. Nicholas Francis Dibdell Hargraves. Supervising professor, Dr. Susan Muberry, Pharmacology Program. Nicholas is a dual degree student, earning both his PhD and his dental degree here at UT Health San Antonio. Karina Valentine Grant, Supervising Professor, Dr. Susan Muberry, Integrated Biomedical Sciences Program. Roma Call, Supervising Professor, Dr. Susan Muberry, Integrated Biomedical Sciences Program. Michael Andrew Eskander, Supervising Professor, Dr. Kenneth Hargraves, Pharmacology Program. Michael is a dual degree student, earning both his PhD and dental degrees here at UT Health San Antonio. Ming Gao, Supervising Professor, Dr. Pei Wang, Cellular and Structural Biology Program. Allison Marie Garrison, Supervising Professor, Dr. Jason O'Connor, Pharmacology Program. Michael James Guderian, Supervising Professor, Dr. Senlin Lee, Integrated Biomedical Sciences Program. Roxanne Cougar. Supervising Professor, Dr. Peter Houghton, Molecular Medicine Program. John James Kaprisik. Supervising Professor, Dr. Guaming Zong, Microbiology and Immunology Program. Eitan Kotkovsky. Supervising Professor, Dr. Peter Fox, hooded by Dr. Jose Cavazos, Radiological Sciences Program. Eitan is a dual degree student, earning both his PhD and his medical degree here at UT Health. Iomida Okanlawan Bankole. Supervising Professor, Dr. Carrie Braden, Nursing Program. Hannah Bailey Sinto. Supervising Professor, Dr. Ruth Rupert, Microbiology and Immunology Program. Lisa Marie Smith. Supervising Professor, Dr. Luis Giavidoni, Microbiology and Immunology Program. Thomas John Van Ness. Supervising Professor, Dr. Peter Fox, hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Clark, Radiological Sciences Program. Rafael Veraza. Supervising Professors, Dr. Mark Shapiro and Leonid Bunigan, hooded by Dr. Christopher Fry, Translational Science Program. Philip Justin Webster. Supervising Professors, Dr. Alfred Fisher and Carl Rodriguez, hooded by Dr. Nikkei Blake, Cellular and Structural Biology Program. 7 other doctoral philosophy graduates are being conferred their degree in absentia. These graduates have completed the requirements but were unable to join us today. Thank you.
Let's once again congratulate our class of 2019. And again, special thanks to Dr. Kenneth Hargraves and Dr. Lauren Cornell for their inspirational words. And we at the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences also want to thank the students' friends and family that have been so supportive of their journeys. And we know that support has been essential for the students' success up to this point and will continue in the future. I would like to ask all the graduates to stand up, turn around, face the audience, and applaud your family and friends for their unwavering support. Dr. Henrich and honored guests, the 2019 commencement of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences is now concluded. The audience is requested to remain seated until all the graduates have left the auditorium. Afterward, we invite everyone to join us for a reception in the foyer to congratulate the graduates, and we have cupcakes. Will the graduates, members of the platform party, and faculty please stand for the recessional?